Hi there, it's Stacie Tatera, the Milwaukee medium. I hope you're doing well and are having a good weekend or had a good weekend. I'm actually doing this reading on Sunday today because my Monday is super busy and I wanted to be sure and get this done for us this week. So I am going to post this on Sunday the 12th. I have to look at the calendar because I can't keep track of all the dates. But I hope everybody's enjoying their weekend and that we're looking forward to a nice week ahead. Wanted to definitely use the Power of Love cards. This is a deck by James Van Praagh. And when I went in to pick the cards for the week, I actually had two other decks and I walked out of my little room where I have all of my cards and I heard very loudly, go get the Power of Love deck. So I said, okay. So I feel like this is a deck that is important for us this week. I think all of us can always use a little power of love and love energy. And I love this deck. I love the book. If you've not read the book, The Power of Love by James Van Praagh, I do highly recommend it. Really quick, just want to let you know that I did post, if you have not seen it on my Facebook page, the next date for the Spiritual Foundations class that I teach with Laurie Rodich. It's going to be Saturday, November the 17th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Crown Plaza over on 13th in College, which is on the south side, Oak Creek Airport area. And we'll have a lot more room to accommodate more students. That's part of the reason we wanted to choose a little bit of a different venue. So I'm hopeful that you can join us. You can sign up through the link that's in the Facebook event information. I'm going to post the link again this week, just the link so people can really just tune in and tap into getting the link, getting to the class through my Schedulicity site. If you have any questions or issues, don't hesitate to reach out with signing up. It's a $25 deposit. The class is $140 for the day. We provide light snacks and water, and then lunch would be on your own. But we cover a lot of really great topics. Everything's listed in the event. So I encourage you to take a look. But everything that you need to really get into a really sound spiritual practice for yourself and help you to grow and expand. So I hope you'll join us. We got a lot of really great feedback from the last class. All right, so let's get going with the angel cards. The first card is satisfaction. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. This is a beautiful card. This is really about you being satisfied with who you are, the space that you're in, and no longer looking outside of yourself for approval or happiness. It also talks about, in what I'm getting from the team, is you define who you are. You create your legacy. You create the energy that you want to exude to the people around you. And this card is encouraging you in the first part of this week and always to really focus on that. So you might come up with a situation where you're feeling maybe a little insecure or unsure about where you're at, how you feel, how you want to move forward. This card is telling you stand your ground. Be satisfied through love with who you are and how you present yourself to the world. This goes back to what I say often. We are a work in progress. We are continually working on and building on who we are as a person and as a soul in this life and in this journey. And I feel that if there are things that you want to change and shift in yourself, that you and only you have the power to do that. And it's important that we embrace that, feel really good about that, and feel satisfied with who we are, knowing that love is guiding us through this process of self-development, and we need to keep moving forward, okay? Elevation, speaking of moving forward, you are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. This is very much in alignment with this last card of satisfaction and what we were just talking about. We want to feel good about who we are. We want to feel good about what we put out to the world, but we also want to make that conscious decision to keep moving forward, to keep elevating ourselves. When I talk about vibration, the way I see energy in readings and when I'm working as a medium or a psychic intuitive, we all vibrate at a different energy level. And my goal in this life is to elevate myself to the highest possible place that I can get energetically. Excuse me. Let me take a sip of water super quick. Thank you. And when we allow ourselves to elevate, we are making the decision consciously to raise our vibration. And that's super important for us to do in this spiritual path, on this journey in life, especially because there will be people around us who are not interested in raising their vibration. They're not there yet, and that's okay. We don't judge that. But we also don't want to let them and their space, in terms of how far they're elevated, impact ours, right? Because sometimes we think, well, the people I'm around are only doing this much, and I know I really want to go further. Don't let other people stop you from being in that space of wanting to elevate yourself. And that's really important, because not everybody is on the same path. We all have our own unique, independent journeys with our own unique soul blueprints and lessons. And so our elevation and our schedule of that is going to be very different than the other people that are around us. Sometimes it can be similar, absolutely, but there are times when it's not. And so what I'm getting is that you need to take responsibility and embrace your own elevation at this time. Integrity. You demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. This is just a beautiful spread. When we work with integrity, we work through truth and honesty, and we come from a heart space. And that really helps us manifest things quicker. When we get out of our own way, when we know we're doing everything we can to come from a love-centered love space, and we do that through as many actions as possible, that is super important, because it really helps us to elevate ourselves a lot easier, and I think quickly. When we don't work in integrity, or we second guess what's right and what's wrong, we tend to kind of, I think, stall our process in terms of moving forward. So this card really is encouraging you to stay in that space of integrity, maybe even if other people around you are not. And that's really important, because again, everything in this reading is lining up. It's about doing what's honest and in integrity for your own soul. And no one else understands that. If you feel and know in your heart that you're doing the right thing, you're not hurting other people, and that's all you can do. And I talk about this often with clients. If you come from a heart space, and you may have heard me even say this, you come from a heart space, you come from a place of integrity, being honest even when it's not easy, you can't lose. You cannot lose. And the spirit and our angels and our guides and our teams and God are reminding us that to work in that space of integrity really, I think, helps elevate you. It helps you manifest love in every action, and that in and of itself gets you to a place of good energy, and what you're giving out to everyone and everything around you is fantastic. So I feel like these cards couldn't be more perfect as we move into this coming week. August tends to be a tough month. There's a lot going on. It's almost like the end of a year and the beginning of a new year, in terms of we're getting ready to go into fall. The hope is that we're reaping the seeds that we have planted throughout the spring and the summer. Things have been blossoming, and now it's time to really, things are moving. There's a lot more action coming. So if you've been feeling a little stuck, I think in the next couple weeks you'll see things shift. With this most recent eclipse and new moon, I definitely felt a shift in the energy in a good way. But we have to sometimes work to keep that moving for us. So don't let minor setbacks set you really far back, right? And the whole idea is you're learning about yourself and your spiritual journey by watching angel card readings and reading books and listening to spiritual teachers and going to classes. You know, that is giving you the tools to be able to manage your life in a very more calm, peaceful, happy way. That's why we do this, so that when stuff happens, we're prepared, we handle it better. We don't let it set us back for 6 months. Maybe it's just 6 days or whatever that is, the time that we need to process through something. That's why we're working as hard and as diligently as we can to really find the best version of ourselves and be able to present that to ourselves so we feel good and at peace, and then ultimately affect others through that process as well. So very, very wonderful cards. And as always, I appreciate you watching. I hope these are helpful messages. I know a lot of times when they're coming up, they resonate for me. I think about people in my own life, and I know exactly who this card reading would benefit in my own mind. A couple people, actually, several people. And so it's special to get these messages and this support. And just like from the live on Friday with the Mother Mary cards, we are getting that support and we're being watched over. It's just about being strong, drawing your boundaries, feeling good about who you are and how you present to the world, elevating your energy and working in integrity. Those are all fantastic and beautiful messages that any of us can use. So you can find me at MilwaukeeMedium.com. You can schedule right on my website, super easy. I'm scheduling in September and October at this point. Again, if you're interested in the Spiritual Foundations class, we'd love to have you. There's, again, information on Facebook. I'll put the link up again probably in the next couple days, if not today. So if you want to sign up, you can do that. But you do need to make the deposit to ensure you have a seat. And that's about it. So enjoy the week, work with the energy, journal, stay grounded, get outside, enjoy the beautiful weather, and just be you, do you, and love you. Okay? Have a great rest of the week, or have a good week. Take care. Bye.